Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at a very, very cool new thing which has popped up at Costco over in the US. And this is the kind of thing you should be getting very, very excited about. What we've got is a new bundle which has a Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer Box. Obviously, the regular version, not the Pokemon Center exclusive. That is still very much something that only exists on the Pokemon Center. And then you get yourself a couple Pokeball tins. But for $50, this is really, really quite good. Because we're looking at like $40 just for an Elite Trainer Box. That's pretty impressive, quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen. This is pretty good, honestly. So instead of paying $40 for an Elite Trainer Box, no, $50. They're $50 nowadays. Yeah, the retail for an Elite Trainer Box is $50, so you're basically getting the two tins for free. Now, bear in mind, since they put the price up when we went to Scarlet and Violet, there are now 9 packs in an Elite Trainer Box rather than the 8 that we used to have. And now you're getting a couple of Pokeball tins as well, and they're basically free. And for nerds like me, you can kind of pick what you want. Like, I'm always going to go for Miraidon over Koraidon. Sorry, Koraidon did get a bit of love going in Japan, to be fair. And I need me a Quick Ball tin. Well, I can do that with an Ultra Ball tin, or I can do that with a Great Ball tin, or... So there are some options, even just from the little image we've got here, which I should say does come from the lovely Helmega over on Twitter, who did send this to me very nicely to inform me. Now, here's the thing, and this is very important. We'll talk more about the Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer Boxes in a minute, but in terms of the Pokeball tins, I'm hearing conflicting reports. I am hearing from some people, like the lovely Helmega themselves, that it does include Cosmic Eclipse in the tins. Obviously, in the Elite Trainer Boxes, it's just Scarlet and Violet. That one's easy. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. They are Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer Boxes. They are only made with Scarlet and Violet packs. They will only be made with Scarlet and Violet packs. That's an easy one. The tins, I am hearing from some people that they do include Cosmic Eclipse, which would be amazing. And I'm hearing from some people that they unfortunately do not include Cosmic Eclipse, which would be sad and make me cry. Now, my advice to you is the same as my advice has always been. Make sure you're sure before you spend a load of money. So, I know some people like to look at this and go, that's a bargain, I'll buy multiple. Well, if you want multiple anyway, brilliant, go for it. If you only want multiple because you believe that they have Cosmic Eclipse in, buy one, open it up, see if you've got Cosmic Eclipse, and if you do, then you can go and buy more. Don't buy a bunch relying on it. It might not be real, okay? That's very, very important. Secondly, if you only want to buy one, but you only want to buy it if it's got Cosmic Eclipse in, you kind of have to find someone else who's bought it from the same store. Because this is what's important to note. The person telling me that these have Cosmic Eclipse in might be right. The person telling me they don't have Cosmic Eclipse in might also be right. It is absolutely possible that some places have it and some places don't. And that is very, very important. So if you go to your local and you pick it up and it doesn't have Cosmic Eclipse in, that doesn't mean it doesn't have Cosmic Eclipse in anywhere. It means it doesn't have Cosmic Eclipse in where you are. We've seen in the past that these Pokeball tins do have essentially different prints with different cards in, different packs in. So just hold your horses a little bit, because it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you haven't found it doesn't mean other people haven't found it. And I know that's honestly kind of annoying advice. I understand that entirely. All I can do is give you the best information that I have available as I record this video. And unfortunately, that is the best information that I have available as I record this video. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I am doing the very best that I can. So, if they have Cosmic Eclipse, like I've said, that changes things quite a lot. Because if they've got Cosmic Eclipse, then it becomes a phenomenal deal. A couple of packs Cosmic Eclipse is going to make a huge difference because, again, you're basically getting the tins for free here. I've double-checked the MSRP of the Elite Trainer boxes. The MSRP is $50. And as I showed you the other day, I know you can pick some of these up a little bit cheaper than $50. That's fine. But that is the retail as we stand at the moment. And you know, Cosmic Eclipse, you could pull the Rosa card, which is $230. The Arceus, Alga, and Palkia card, which is about a $220 card. Or you could pull the Solgaleo and Lunala card, which is about $180 card right now. Or the Lily card, which is around about $160 right now. You see where I'm going with this. And actually, the Lily, $160 might be massively undershooting it, because the recent ones have actually sold for a fair bit more. My point is, Cosmic Eclipse, stunning set, has a bunch of really valuable cards in, and just cool cards. You know, it's not all about the value here for Cosmic Eclipse. A lot of these cards are just cool. Don't forget, we've got things like your Piplup, your Excadrill, your Pikachu. You know, these were the original character rares. They're cards that we're going to want, not necessarily because they're massively valuable or any of that, just because they're awesome. So yeah, it is a great set. But what if they don't? What if you don't have Cosmic Eclipse on here? It's still a very, very, very good deal. All right? It is still a pretty good deal. You're getting in 9 packs of Scarlet and Violet from your Elite Trainer box, and you're also going to get yourself the promo. Now, I'm showing you the promos here with the Pokemon Center exclusive as well, because they are the images that were put out. Bearing in mind, you only get 1 copy, and it doesn't have the stamp. That is very, very, very important, all right? We said that? Cool. But then you get yourself the tins, and what I'm hearing is, Pokemon Deals community are telling us, and if it's not Cosmic Eclipse, then it seems to be that in each of the tins, you get yourself 2 Lost Origin and 1 Silver Tempest. So that is a total of 4 Lost Origin and 2 Silver Tempest. Not a guarantee, but that is what we are seeing at the moment. That gives you a total of 15 booster packs, which is kind of ridiculous. As a side note, no, it's not. The sign says 14 booster packs. It's not 14 booster packs. It is 15 booster packs because you get 9 from the Elite Trainer box and 3 from each of the tins. What they're probably doing is reporting it as 14 because remember, pre-Scarlet and Violet, there were 8 packs in an Elite Trainer box, and this is the first bundle they've done with Scarlet and Violet era Elite Trainer boxes, so that's probably where the mistake comes from. Don't read too much into it, it's definitely 15, not 14. So if you get Lost Origin and Silver Tempest, is it still worth it? I mean, look, they are in the format at the moment, and they are going to be in the format for at least the next rotation. The next rotation is going to be Regulation Mark E onwards, and Silver Tempest and Lost Origin, they're Sword and Shield 11 and 12, and they all basically have the regulation mark of F. So they are going as 5. We're going to be going to F on next rotation. So you're going to have any cards you pull from those packs are going to be legal for this rotation and the next one. Now, in terms of, are you going to be able to pull, super valuable cards? Here's what's interesting. Both of these sets have a pretty similar, so what I'm looking for here. They've got a pretty similar makeup. Because if we look at Lost Origin, you've got your Giratina, which is like a $270 card, although that is on a bit of a downswing at the moment. And then after that, there is a big drop-off. Now, there's still that weird Aerodactyl card that is like a $100 card and should not be a $100 card. We talked about this in many videos in the past. It makes no real sense. I don't really get it. But apparently it's a $100 card. People have pushed it up. After that, we see a very sharp drop-off. We've got the Rotom as like a $30 card, which, again, very steep drop. And then after that, we've got like the Rainbow Rare Giratina for 20. There's not a huge amount of value outside of the Giratina. And then weirdly, for reasons that still don't actually make any sense, the Aerodactyl. Hey ho. But you get 4 packs of them and 2 packs of Silver Tempest. And like I say, Silver Tempest, very, very, very similar. So you've got your Lugia, which is like about $140 card at the moment. Very expensive, but then it drops really quickly to Rainbow Rare Lugia and Full Art Serena that are both like $30 cards, and then there's a couple hovering around 20, and then it really drops quite fast. So both of these have a very similar profile, which is big cards at the high end, but really it's kind of 1, maybe 2, and then after that a phenomenal steep drop-off to basically nothing. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but they're still cool sets. Both of those sets have extremely playable cards in. They're going to be legal in the format for at least the next year. Now, it should be basically until the next rotation after, so we're assuming a rotation around the beginning of the year. That's what happened last time. And we're assuming then a rotation beginning 2025, and that's when these cards will stop being legal. So my point is, you've got them for a while yet. And that's kind of awesome, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a couple ones that are quite good to pull as well. So, yeah. For $50, this does seem very, 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 very good. And of course, Scarlet and Violet, absolutely full of playable cards. We know this, but because, well, they're just everywhere, frankly. But value-wise, Scarlet and Violet as a set just really isn't there. Like, the number 1 card is Miriam at $40, and then the number 2 and 3 cards are like Gardevoir and Miraidon Special Illustration Rare that are both hovering around the $20 mark. Scarlet and Violet cards are really struggling to hold their value because of increased pull rates and just increased production, and I think this is awesome. But also, these are going to survive the next 2 rotations. It's going to be January 2026 when these cards rotate out. So that's why I always think it is definitely worth picking these up. Plus, of course, in Scarlet and Violet, you can pull the artwork rares, like the ridiculous Dondozo as an example, or the Mabastiff as an example. So yeah, these are awesome. I think this is great value, but now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these you've got your eye on. Tell me if you're going to be picking these up. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And of course, get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Tom the Game Nerd, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.